Hi everyone, my name's Collette Mitrega. Welcome to Colette's temporary thermi kitchen. I'm just trying to put the light on here very discreetly.
The roadie has failed.
The roadie has failed. I'm going to suck it, Andrew. No bonus for you this week.
There we go, she's lit up.
Okay, well, welcome to Colette's Thermi Kitchen. My name's Collette Mitrega. I'm a Thermomix consultant here in Australia with customers in all states and territories. If you're thinking about getting a Thermomix in your kitchen, please give me a call, send me a message. I would love to help you do that and then continue that journey with you. I know you're going to have so much fun, just like the rest of us who already have one of these. So tonight I'm going to be making a chicken stock, and in a couple of weeks time on one of my cook-alongs, it's not up yet but I will be putting it up very soon, I'm going to be showing you how to make my combination a short soup, which also has dumplings etc in it, but it needs a good chicken stock. Now, chicken stock is something I make a lot in my kitchen, and it's the foundation for so many great tasting meals. To make it in the Thermomix, it is so beautiful and it's just so much cheaper. Now, as you know, often I'll buy a whole chicken. Most weeks I'll buy a whole chicken and I have the carcass left that I make stock with. But if I don't have a chicken carcass, I revert to chicken wings. Now, that's what I'm showing you how to do tonight. Now, chicken wings, just go to the butcher's and grab yourself some wings. They're very, very inexpensive. And in fact, this stock will definitely be less than half the cost of buying a chicken stock from the shops. Now, the first thing I need to do is I've got about 400 grams of chicken wings, and I just need to break these down. Doesn't really matter how we break them, we just need to chop them so all the flavors from the bone etc are going to impart into the water, and that's going to help give this chicken stock really good flavor. All right, so these are the Thermomix knives, which I know lots of you have. There are two. This is the big chopper one. I love this for so many reasons. It's got a bit of weight for it, and it really does just go through all of this really nice and easy.
Now you can see why I don't argue with this woman.
Now, don't worry if you don't have the strength in your arm or anything to do this. You don't really need a lot of strength. I mean, I go to Andrew to open up tins of things nowadays. What you're wanting to do, I've got it in little pieces, but if it's joined, it doesn't matter as long as you cut through those chicken wings. So I'm just going to add these to the other ones that I did previously, and I'm just going to wash my hands.
I was just reminding Collette earlier, I said, why don't you do fish stock? And if you want to see anything so funny, Collette was on Chef's Line, the SBS cooking show. And if you go into SBS On Demand, it might still be available. It's episodes 51 to 54. This is where Collette appears in French Week, and bouillabaisse, which is one of my favourites. But she won't cook this for me because she hates making fish stock. She has to make fish stock. And she pulls out this carcass of a fish, which must have been about half a metre long, at least. And this poor woman didn't know how to break it up, how to cut it up. How did you cut it up in the end?
Oh, it was very funny. It was a huge fish. I was just like this on TV, trying to crash this thing through. It was very hilarious. Anyhow.
Anyway, so you want to see it? Chef's Line, SBS On Demand, first season, it's episodes 51 to 54. And you will see my darling wife go all the way till the end, where she goes up against head chef at the Montrachet. And she beats him, she whacks him.
Oh, he's awesome. Anyhow, all right, so what I've now done, so the chicken is now all chopped up. That's probably about 3 to 4 chicken wings, basically. And just a little tip, I always leave my basket in the Thermomix and I take it out when I start cooking, and that becomes my scrap bowl until I need to use it. So I've got about 3 smallish carrots there. I cut them in half. Horizontally, and then I've just chunked them, and the same with the celery, just going to cut that through. Now, in my Thermomix already I have put in a blade cover. Now, you can use the old-fashioned plastic blade cover, or you can use the new wave peeler blade cover, and I've also put in about 1400 grams of tap cold water, just ordinary temperature water, and I'm just going to pop these into the bowl. So that's my carrots, my celery, and then my chicken is also going to go in there.
So we've had about 20 people saying, yes, show how to make fish stock.
Oh my goodness. Well, I do have to say I do an amazing seafood bisque, and that's when I need to chop up those.
No, I'm just lying. No one actually said it. In fact, the only comment about it is no to fish stock from Meryl.
See? No. All right, and then I'm just going to add in an onion. And I'm just going to quarter that. Use my scrap bowl to get my bits and pieces.
And don't put those onion skins in the waste disposal unit.
I know.
Just blocks it.
Can I do it in the new house?
You can put down a whole chicken carcass. This waste disposal unit we've got is turbocharged.
Not this one in this house.
This one is $50 Chinese made back of streets of Beijing made.
All right, so the onion's gone in, and that's all good. Now, one thing I'm looking carefully at is the maximum fill line. Under no circumstance must you go past that maximum fill line. You see, I'm right at it. That's why I start off with about 1,400 grams, as much as I can. If I go over that, I will get a little cup and I'll take out some of the water. I never ever go above that. Very important. Bunch of parsley going in. And I've got about 12 peppercorns going in here as well. And I've got 3 bay leaves. And then finally, I have got a really generous amount of salt going in there. And because I do like things peppery, I'm actually going to add a little bit of extra pepper. Why not? And then I'm just going to push this down, and then I'm just going to do another recheck, and that's perfect. I haven't gone to, I'm at the maximum line, so that's perfect. And that's all that we need. So what we then do is we basically pop the lid on. Now remember the golden rule, everybody, when you're cooking in manual mode, we're not going to be reminded about this, so it needs to be in your mind. If we're cooking at 95 degrees or above, we need to remove the measuring cup and we need to sit on the basket. So I'm going to empty my scrap bowl, and that's going to sit on top, like that. All right, so that's all good. And then all I need to do is I need to go for the maximum amount of time, which is 99 minutes. And I'm going to go at 100 degrees. And I'm just going to go at speed 0.5. So I'm going to do that in a minute, but speed 0.5. And then what will happen...
Not on reverse?
No, because the blade covers in, so nothing is in the way.
I missed that one.
Yes. So at about speed 0.5, because, you know, it can get a little bit noisy, you go much higher with the blade cover.
Oh, mushroom dust?
No mushroom dust today. Not no. Like this is good old basic
chicken stock. Di said she made your chicken stock the other day and she added your famous flavourful mushroom dust to it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can add that in, and that's going to give that beautiful umami flavour, and it's such a good thing to have in your pantry, that is for sure. So we're going to go for 99 minutes. Now once that time is up...
Can you sniff mushroom dust as well?
Focus.
Okay.
Focus. Chicken stock. Okay.
Beef, chicken stock.
Chicken stock. All right, 99 minutes. And once that time is up, what happens? You taste it. You check for the salt, the actual pepper, and you're going to get a lovely, lovely flavour from that. And once you're happy with that, then you go for another half an hour, 100 degrees at speed 0.5. Once that's done, you then strain off your chicken. Now you don't strain it in a colander. You want a really fine, a fine sieve, and you can get the double mesh sieves. Excuse me.
The question here says, can you add the shield cover instead of the basket?
I'm so happy that you asked me that question. Absolutely not.
Is you being happy now?
Yes, absolutely not.
Ah.
So there is a difference between the two.
So we'll take that as a no.
And both of them, which is good why you've asked, because it will clarify it up for anyone else. The shield cover, or the splatter guard as it's commonly known, covers the hole. You'll see there's a solid bit of plastic in the middle with holes around the outside. So it covers the hole, and we use that when we're doing high temperature cooking with the TM6. So it allows steam to escape from the sides through the holes, but nothing's going to jump out and hurt us. not that it probably would do, but that's the job of the splatter guard. We use this when we are cooking at 95 degrees or above because we want to enable steam to escape, and also this will actually just reduce a little bit in terms of volume. So never interchange them. Just remember, if you're cooking at 95 degrees or above, this is what you put on top of the lid, nothing else. No measure cup, no splatter guard.
So another question from Janice. She says, could we replace the TMC cup with the TM5 cup instead of the basket?
Yep, you could do that. If you have a TM5 cup, you could do that because it only refers to the TM6 cup. And basically what it is if you've got a full boil of something and it's bubbling away at high temperature, what could happen is that you've got very minute gaps here that allow the steam to escape. And because this one is secure, i.e. when you take the lid up, it doesn't fall out, unlike the TM5 one, what it actually means is that some of that food could get stuck and start to block it. That means that no moisture is actually going to be able to, or steam is going to be able to get out. And that's why you don't want to use this above 95 degrees.
There's another question. So if you don't have a blade cover, and I have to ask, why don't you have a blade cover? But if you don't have the blade cover, can you cook on reverse?
No. So if you want to make this and you don't yet have a blade cover, what I would do is I would put everything in the basket. You might have to pull back a couple of little bits on a bit of the onion or the carrot or something. Put everything in the basket and then sit the basket inside, and that will work because the water is going to come up into this, and those.
How much is a blade cover?
To go down. So yeah, look, the blade covers are brilliant. There's so many great reasons to have a blade cover. They are about $57, I think, in the mix shop. So head to the mix shop, and if you want to know how to get to the mix shop, just click on my link tree, which you'll find on my Facebook page, and in there you'll find a link that takes you directly into the mix shop. So remember that link tree is a place to go to all sorts of different places, so get to know my link tree. And remember as well, when you go to the mix shop, please make sure you put down your favourite consultant's name, hopefully me, but if not me, that's okay, but please put down your consultant's name, which is great. So going back to the sieve, this is one of my favourite sieves. It's a double-lined, very fine kind of sieve, and it's just perfect for getting all those impurities out of this chicken stock. And I got that probably from the kitchen warehouse. It's not available from the mix shop, but you know, it's good for sauces and things like that.
Question from Christy: do you need the basket on top if you're cooking in the basket in jug?
So if you are cooking something in the basket and it has your the actual saying is that whatever you're cooking, you need to have, if it's 95 degrees or above, you need the basket on top. So you need to follow those rules.
That'll be chance if the basket is actually in the jug, in the container.
You need it.
Okay, all right, thanks.
You need it. So you might need to get a second basket. Not sure. Okay, but remember with the TM6, there's so many reasons why you won't need to cook in this. If you've got a blade cover, you can cook directly in the water or in the sauce. Okay, so that's cooking away nicely, and we have drained it off, and this is what I've got. This is it's about 1.3.
When did you drain that off? I didn't see that. God, isn't this a brilliant Thermomix? It drained it off all by itself. See, that's the TM6. If you don't have a TM6.
So this is chicken stock. Now, when I say about tasting it at that 99-minute mark, what you need to say to yourself when you're tasting it is,
is that what you're supposed to say?
I shouldn't put the spoon back in because I haven't finished. Have a taste. What you need to say to yourself is, would I drink that as part of a broth? Would I have that in a soup? And Andrew,
of course
you
you
have
would.
that in a soup?
It's a punch. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've bought chicken stock and beef stock, whatever. Stock never tastes like that because I do cheat sometimes. I have a pot noodle occasionally, and rather than put water in, I put a stock in. But that's like chicken soup.
It is.
A very light chicken soup.
Yeah, so that's your test. When you, at the 99-minute mark, when you taste it, you say to yourself, would I have this in a beautiful soup? And if the answer is yes, that's great. That's where you want to get to. And then you cook it for that extra half an hour. So what I now do with this is I choose to freeze them in 1 cup portions. So I just get a Ziploc bag, pour in 1 cup, zip it up, push out the air, flatten it, and that's how I have it. So I know that they're 1 cup, so if I need 2 cups of tea, I'll take 2 bags out. And because they're nice and flat in the freezer, they don't take very long to actually and defrost, which is good. And you know, when you're making sauces or you're doing a beautiful jus or anything like that, sometimes you just need a small amount of chicken stock. So save yourself a substantial amount of money, get all the nutrients from that chicken, and make chicken stock in your downtime. It's definitely a weekly thing for me in my kitchen, and it is just beautiful, and I love it.
And with Jacqueline here says, no, you wouldn't drink it. You drink stuff in a bottle that has red liquid in it. Well, today I'm reverted back to something I used to drink many years ago in my youth. They're called snake bites, and they're half Guinness, half cider, and I just love this. It takes me back 40 years ago. All right, 45 years ago.
I know. I've just got a good old hiney tonight. All right, so that's me for tonight. Now remember, September, new month. If anyone's thinking of getting a Thermomix this month, you've got a wonderful $75 mix shop voucher, so you can actually get the blade cover when you order your Thermomix and have that as part of your free gift. So Christmas, we're starting to think Christmas is not too far away, so you want to get one of these in your kitchen before Christmas. About towards the end of October, once I'm in my new house, that's when we start to get really busy with our Christmas festivities, making our pickles and jams, our Christmas cakes. So I'll be taking you on that Christmas journey with me, which will be so exciting. That's all for me tonight. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again soon. And yeah, go make chicken stock. Absolutely. I'll put the recipe card up for you later on tonight. It'll be with you tomorrow, and I'm looking forward. We've got a couple of hundred people cooking along tomorrow.
Ah, these are the vol au vents.
The vol au vents, the chicken.
I love these. I love these.
I'll see you 2 o'clock
So
tomorrow.
no breakfast tomorrow for me.
And if you haven't booked in and you want to, go to my link tree. Scroll down to the classes and you'll see it there. And I'll put up the combination long soup class over the next few days, so you can book into that. And please have this ready, because this will make a big difference to your actual end product with that soup, because it's a beautiful, beautiful one. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Say bye-bye, Andrew.
Bye-bye, Andrew.